Hi, I'm Donald McIntyre, Senior Editor at the ETC Cooperative. Today, we're going to talk about the ETC Grants DAO winners, and we are going to interview Corey of ETC Radio. Hello, Corey. How are you?
Good. How you doing, Donald? Donald's one of
Very
my
well.
favorite people, by the way, in ETC. So just want to say that.
Very well, thank you. Bueno, I see that we have amazing backgrounds that we found here on Zoom. Very ETC backgrounds.
Right. And the green shirts. I wore the green shirt on purpose.
And the green shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
This
right.
is the perfect interview.
Right.
Bueno, Corey, you're one of the winners of, or ETC Radio is one of the winners of the of one of the ETC grants of the ETC Grants DAO. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And I have a few questions for you. The first one is to describe your team.
Great question, because it's actually evolved over time. So 15 months ago, I hosted the first ETC Radio, and it wasn't even called ETC Radio at the time. I think I called it like ETC Chat for some giveaways. I was involved with a bunch of different NFT projects. So the team, it was actually myself and a guy named Michael.etc at the time co-hosted it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he rolled off a few months later. When you say my team, I have to talk about the ETC community, first of all. I've gotten graphics made by so many community members. And so when I say team, it's not just me, it's the whole community. I mean, I've had graphics from Purioso, Tricky Mick, Xenos. I mean, I can name 30 or 40 people that have helped out, honestly, with ETC Radio since it started. So the team will evolve over time, but I've been the main kind of consistent player in ETC Radio since day one, is the way to describe it.
Yeah.
Involved, yeah.
I would say if we've been doing it for 15 months, that's very consistent, especially during this crypto winter.
That's right.
Bueno, tell me what is the project? What is ETC Radio?
Yeah, so the main goal of ETC Radio, honestly, is to help with crypto adoption. ETC adoption is the main focus. But when you ask what the project really is, it is the mouthpiece for anything related to Ethereum Classic. We have dozens of projects on every Friday. These are project leads, projects that haven't came out, community members, just fans of proof of work in ETC in general. But I would say the main project's goal is adoption of ETC, get the word out, education. Mm-hmm. We talk about crypto safety. We talk about news and chat of what's going on in the ecosystem of ETC. I know you're on there a lot as well, and the topics can go any direction. Sometimes we talk about life. So, but I think the number one goal is to get the word out and get adoption to the ETC ecosystem. That's the number one goal of it.
Yes, I have attended the show several times, and I like the format. It's like a very relaxed and open. It's like a conversation format, because I hear, or I think of ETC Radio, and when I think of a radio, it's usually a one speaker to everybody. But in this case, the format is very open, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've only had to remove somebody maybe once or twice because they were asking for money, but it's an open forum for anybody. I'll let anybody get the stage for Q&A. We have a lot of people that come in new to ask about, what is Ethereum Classic? But the format, I love to start with a few songs, give an update on the crypto market, give an update on ETC projects. But you're right, it's very informal. To me, crypto should be fun.
Yeah.
It's serious, but it's fun at the same time. If you hear, I'm always trying to joke on there, tell stories. I have a huge investment background, so I talk about a little bit of everything. But the goal is to be informal, have the floor to anybody, and any projects allowed to come on there. Most projects involved at ETC do come on there to speak, give updates on their project. They might talk about what they're trying to do. They might ask for help.
Yeah.
They do a giveaway. So there's a lot of different things going on. But
and you do it every Friday? But do you have a fixed time that you do it every Friday, or you announce it a few days earlier?
So I rotate it it's been pretty consistent between either noon Eastern or 5 Eastern.
Okay.
So I've played around with it. Those are the two windows that I feel like have the best engagement and tune-ins before and after. So I try to keep with those two teams and two times to rotate it for different time zones as well. We have guys on there from the UK, Europe, Canada, all over the US. So I'm dealing with like 3 or 4 time zones to try to plug people in.
I love that, and I love to listen to the different accents of people who speak. So just for the audience to know, you can tune in to ETC Radio on Twitter Spaces on Fridays. It's ETC_radio. That's the handle, and you can participate. You can listen to the show, and you can also ask questions and talk about ETC, etc. And you can even ask questions to other people in the audience.
Right, anybody's on the floor. Anybody can be on the hot seat, by the way.
Yeah, many times I end up speaking.
Right.
The other question that I have is, or how much did you apply for, and how much did you get for all the grants?
Yeah, so I did I feel like a fairly detailed submission to the grants. I put there each quarter what the breakdown of the funds will go to and how it's going to be used. So I requested the 10K community grant.
Okay.
I don't think there's any other device or mouthpiece of the ETC community that has as much engagement as ETC Radio so far. But the breakdown is 2,500 per quarter around there. It'll be several different payments. I'm going to use this for the cost of the ETC Radio, but a lot of it's going to be I want to produce merchandise to be for giveaways. I attend conferences where I'll also be giving away different items. It could be a shirt or a hat. Even we give away a lot of NFTs. So my goal from day one is pretty much a nonprofit, and everything that I generate, and a lot of stuff is donated, by the way. So all the different projects will donate to it. But this grant money, it's going to be able me to do more education. I might even host more than once a week now, based on time. Maybe get a few interns to produce and help as well. There's a lot of stuff this will go to. Excellent.
That's amazing.
Yep.
And when I see that we share a passion for ETC. So the last question is, I have a fifth question, but this is the fourth question of why did you choose ETC? Why do you have such passion for ETC? And you think that ETC Radio, you wanted to do it dedicated to ETC?
It's a great question. I could spend 20 minutes talking about this, but I'll try to do it in 30 seconds. I can't do anything in 5 minutes, by the way. So the reality is Ethereum Classic, what drew me to it originally, I was doing a lot of stuff on Ethereum, Cardano, Bitcoin, but what kept drawing me back to Ethereum Classic was the strong community and the lower gas fees. But when you look at the background, Ethereum Classic has everything. It's like Bitcoin and Ethereum combined. And by the way, Ethereum Classic is the original Ethereum, FYI. I want to make a t-shirt that says this on it. But the factors that drove me and keep me here: decentralized, permissionless, limited supply of 210 million. Guess what? Ethereum has no cap on supply.
No.
People don't know that, right? A lot of smart contracts, the strong community, the NFTs. I mean, there's a million things I can mention. And I think the reality is there's very few strong proof of work chains left, especially after Ethereum went to the merge to proof of stake.
Yeah.
So most of my time now, majority is spent on Ethereum Classic as well as Bitcoin. Those are the two areas I spend the most time on. I'm not doing as much on all the different blockchains that are proof of stake anymore. So those are a couple quick reasons.
Good. Bueno, I think that Bitcoin and ETC are the two blockchains of the future. And Bitcoin is the largest proof of work. Bueno, we know what is Bitcoin, but it's only accounts and balances. And Ethereum Classic is the same, but you add programmability. So it is of incredible value. And ETC is the largest proof of work smart contracts blockchain in the world right now. And it's very likely.
And there's no reason, by the way, Donald, that Ethereum should have a 90x market cap to Ethereum Classic. I think that gap's going to close over time.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
I agree. When speaking of that, my last question that occurred to me while you were speaking is that you said that you have a strong investment background. What is that background?
Yeah, so I've spent the past 20 plus years in the institutional investment consulting world.
Mm-hmm.
So very large pension funds, 401ks, third party for high net worth shops. I've done everything in the investment realm, every asset class. I was trading stocks in college, so I've always been in that realm, and I got heavy into crypto probably 3.5 years ago. Actually, I invested in a lot of projects. I researched a lot of projects. And, when I say investment background, like guys that you see on CNBC, I know most of those guys. Part of my job is to interview and drill those guys with questions.
Okay.
So I get a lot of questions about, how are you a good interviewer and how do you keep the conversation going?
Yeah.
I've done thousands and thousands of investment meetings in my career. So I'm used to asking the hard questions. I'm used to keeping the conversation going because that's pretty much what my day job is. I'm the middleman between the end client and the guys that actually run the money, who are the asset managers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a quick background on what I do. Also, I wanted to share really quickly. The past 2 months, ETC Radio has had 35,000 impressions on Twitter.
Wow.
Just to give you data, we average anywhere from 100 to 250 actual tune-ins. Most of those are replays later on. It's increased every month over the past 15 months. The top 3 ETC radios, I got to say, the interview with Donald, the interview with Bob Summerwell the first time, the interview with Patient Money. Those 3 ETC radios alone, the impressions on those, I think it was about 15 to 20K impressions just on those 3 episodes.
That's amazing.
So I just want to share that as well.
Well, you're doing great work, and I think you totally deserve the grant, and it's totally justified, and I think it's going to be very productive. I'm sure that in a few months we're gonna you should apply for because you can apply for the future rounds as well. If you have more projects, or not projects, but things to fund for ETC Radio, that is possible, and I think you're doing a great job for ETC. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much, Donald. I want to say thank you to the super strong ETC community. I'm here for them before anybody else. So I just wanted to mention that.
The difference between the Ethereum community, Cardano, Polkadot, Avalanche, and all those, and ETC and Bitcoin, I would say ETC and Bitcoin are very, very similar, is that we believe in the principles, and we believe in the philosophy, and everything else is downstream of that, like Istora said. And that is very different than being there because it's cool, the community is cool, and I like the innovation, and I just want to compete intellectually, or I just want the coin to go up and things like that. For us, all of that is secondary.
That's right.
And this is why ETC is such a passionate community.
We're passionate, we're serious, we're here for the long term.
Yeah.
Most people aren't, in crypto in general.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Corey. Congratulations for earning the grant.
Thank you, Donald.
Goodbye.
Yeah.